What was the what's the big jug of wine that you get like when you're 16?
The Rossi, Martini Rossi or whatever the fuck.
Martini Rossi and Asti.
Yeah, that's the one.
We would steal that from Kroger when we were in high school. And the trick was go in with Kroger bags.
I hate to say it, but you have a real I stole jugs of wine in high school phase.
I get it. Then we would just take it back, go to my friend's basement. I chugged like half of one of those jugs and then threw up in his backyard.
Yeah, you did.
And then chugged the other half, and I'm like, I'm not even drunk. Drove home and threw up in the parking lot. I've got a driveway.
I have a similar story. We used to get Juggalos to buy us. We would sit in the woods behind Sean's apartment, and then he would have
catch Juggalos in the woods.
He would have dude. Yeah.
If you wander around the woods long enough, you'll find a Juggalo.
Yeah, you got a net with a haystack CD inside of it.
Whoop, whoop.
No, I was gonna say you just have like fishing line tied around jugs of Faygo, and you throw it out and slowly move it, like when you put in, like a poop dollar.
You do it the opposite. You know how like they bait deer traps all the way around.
Yeah,
you just put bars of soap, and they just like go away from it. So you just put it like the 3 points in the wood, and you can find them as far away.
Instead of like a duck call, it's just a mini speaker that like plays little bits of like the Great Malenko. It's just like in segments.
It's the opposite of Reese Pieces for E.T.
Yeah.
It's like you've created the barrier. I get that.
This Juggalo in question's name was Boogie, and he was a dude that used to fuck Sean's ex that would hang out with us on the regular and talk about how big his dick is nonstop. We're all 16. He's talking about how his dick is fucking 12 inches long.
Hell yeah.
The teacher wouldn't let him piss in high school, so I got a big ass dick. So I whoop, and I stood up and I pulled my dick out.
How big his dick was?
Yeah, because he whipped it out.
Pee?
He whipped it out in class and threw it out the window and just started pissing in the middle of class.
Yeah.
That was the stories that he would tell, and it was like, cool, can we go get some of this shitty whiskey so that I can drink the memory of you away? And he came back with Early Times whiskey. I don't know if you've ever drank this.
Yeah, I've had Early Times.
Horse shit before. It smells like, if you smell it, it smells like what a wet sheepdog smells like mixed with, I guess, whiskey. The bottomest of the bottom barrel, and it's 21% because Kroger can't, unless you go to the liquor store section, which back in the good old days, we didn't have that. Not at the Coleraine Kroger, all right? I don't know how California gets it done, but not the Coleraine Kroger. We didn't have it. We had fucking the 21%. You look like you got a question.
So people wonder why the Juggalos didn't understand why they were labeled as a gang by the FBI. They just didn't get it. I still don't, honestly.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of solitary losers. Just a bunch of loser hangouts. But so we drink this Early Times whiskey. Of course, he comes back with 2 3 liters of purple Faygo. Not making a word of this up. 2 3 liters of purple Faygo, and I'm like, they don't sell this at Kroger. He was like, I had to make another stop, and I was like, fucking, of course you did.
They have Faygos in 3-liter bottles now.
Yeah, it's like Big K wasn't getting the great. Big K wasn't shitty enough. You had to like, I got to go to Dollar Tree and get this.
The Juggalos have given Faygo so much money, they're just making up sizes.
They only sell them in 3 liters. They sell them in 3 liters and 13-ounce bottles. I'm not.
Yeah, this is a blurp of Faygo. A new unit of measurement.
Blurp. A whoop whoop.
It's just a used Franzia bag from inside of the box wine. Like, it's just a used Franzia bag filled with fucking...
Wouldn't the 13-ounce be a whoop, and then the 3-liter would be the whoop whoop?
Exactly, precisely.
Okay,
nailed
got
this.
it.
So we come back, we dump half the 3-liter out, and he's crying because, it's like fucking the wine sacrament at church we're pouring out into the woods.
Yeah.
We fill it up with the rest of the Early Times, and we just take turns fucking giving ourselves pre-diabetes and just chugging this bitch down. And my buddy Josh is with me. And the second we all start getting drunk, Boogie leaves to go, but I'm assuming to break into a classroom and reenact that fucking pull his dick out in class thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what Boogie's doing, but he's in jail now. I know that for a fact. Without a doubt, without talking to him or knowing anything about him, he's dead or in jail. He's a fuck up. But so he leaves. Me and Josh get wildly fucking drunk. Sean is just like wandering through the woods, and he's like, I found a crack pipe. I'm going to boil it and use it for a one-hitter. Which he did do for years and still has it. He
years?
A crack pipe, a glass crack pipe
Wow.
with the Brillo pad still in it. Took that out, boiled it in his mom's pot that she used to make macaroni for his little brother.
Oh, shit.
Used that for a one. It's still good. That's the most fucking, like, my grandpa, the way that he has to save everything. I'm throwing a half-drank thing of juice away, and he's digging it out of the trash. Sean's doing that, but with crack pipes. All right, I almost it almost made me feel like my grandpa's a little less insane. Exactly, I was like, grandpa's not as insane as I thought he was. So wait, you're talking
still
about
scary,
throwing up.
though.
We drink all this shit. I'm sitting over there. I'm like, God, I'm fucked up. Josh, you good? And I look over, and he's got a Marlboro Red that's still burning into the filter, still on fire, and it's supposed to go out. They're fire safety cigarettes at this point. I'm not that fucking old. They're fire safety cigarettes. It's burning through the filter. It's turning black. I'm like, Josh, you good? throws up all over himself. Doesn't move his head. Doesn't turn to the left or the right. Sitting on a log. Throws up all over himself. Once he's done, it's a cartoon of vomit. I don't know if you saw the new Righteous Gemstones where they're obviously turning to the side and throwing up, and it's just the gag is that it's obvious that it's a puke funnel, but it's funny. It's that much vomit from one man and covering his pants, covering his Nirvana t-shirt, and then he gets done throwing up, and I look over, cigarette still in the mouth. Not burning, not still burning, still in the mouth.
That's impressive.
Held on to the cigarette, and I was like, no fucking way oh my God, I wish we had a camera right now.
He first slipped, vomited through his cigarette holding mouth.
He cartoon puked and held onto the cigarette. I don't know how I thought that his lungs were in the puke. I don't know how the cigarette stayed on his glued to his lips. Something about that's how sticky
Faygo
is.
Purple goo.
Yeah.
It was fucking